you're managing your India allocation through dollar-denominated ETFs and ADRs. Financials, Adam, are a preferred play for you. The Range India Financials ETF is up over 9% year to date, big proxy of the economy, but there are questions about household debt. Are they manageable risks, or could they become systemic?
Well, obviously, they could become a bigger issue. I would say it's something that we're watching closely. But right now, that is how an economy grows from, emerging to more developed. It has to be led with debt, and that probably scares a lot of people. But if you want to be a consumption-led economy like India is, and I'm going to fall back on, that's what China wants to be. And so when you look at China and what they want to be when they grow up, they want to be similar to the path that India is going, which is obviously towards that kind of American-style consumption, because you get substantial growth out of that. When you're an export-led economy, you're dependent on too many other players. So I think that's a great setup for India right now. And when you're looking at, the financial sector, once again, you can look at the U.S. as kind of a blueprint for, the reason why the financial sector has been as explosive as it has been in the U.S. and has made so much money for so many people is because of that, consumer-led economy. And like I said, that does come from a steady use of debt. And as long as that's manageable, and as long as inflation and real GDP is manageable and managed, we think, like I said, this is going to be explosive growth in that financial sector.
And Axis Bank is your top pick in the financial space, but there's been a lot of news flow recently about Yes Bank now that Japan's SMBC is its largest shareholder. Do you expect more cross-border deals structured along these lines? And how do you feel about Yes Bank in this environment now?
Yeah, we do like Yes Bank right now, and I think that is kind of one of our thesis as well with Axis, is that you could see bigger deals, and we do think that's what's on the horizon. So yes, I would also look at Yes Bank from an asset allocation standpoint. Generally speaking, like I said, we just like the financial sector. So for us, Yes Bank, Axis, SBI, those are all great places to put your money right now. Right now, I don't really differentiate a ton. That's why we do use ETFs. Obviously, as a U.S.-based investor, we're trying to take on specific themes, thematic bets within India, without being boots on the ground there. That's how we're translating that into our portfolios.
Adam, and another big thematic story in India is the rise of the consumer and the premiumization of the consumer, quick commerce. Is that the next big driver of the e-commerce wave in India, or is it at risk of becoming a crowded trade and a passing fad even? And tell us how Flipkart fits into this narrative.
Yeah, so I mean, once again, if you use the U.S. as a kind of a blueprint for investing, and we do believe long term that is the trajectory of India. Like I said, demographics are dramatically in India's favor, and so when we look at that, consumption is going to be the key leader. And so obviously I hit on that with the financials. That leads itself right into some sort of e-commerce. So yeah, I think when you're looking at what is the next Amazon in India, that's what you've got to search for. And so can it become a crowded trade? Absolutely. But like I said, there's just too much upside. It's one of those ideas where the pie is just going to get bigger, and trying to speculate on how much share different companies can have within that pie, in some ways might not matter if it's growing fast enough. And I'm not saying that's totally the case, but for us, Flipkart, it's a private company right now, but we do have exposure through our private equity arm. And so we really like, if you can get in on the early stages with a company like Flipkart. Yes. And for us, this is where we see, the next Alibaba, potentially Tencent. And obviously those are just tremendous business models that are cash flow heavy. And so whether you're looking at, what's worked in China, what's worked in the U.S., we see Flipkart following that same type of path.